Bruce Kiskaddon, sometimes known as the Cowboy's cowboy poet, or the poet laureate of cowboy poetry, but was a cowboy on ranches primarily in Colorado, and after the Great War moved to Hollywood and became part of the movie industry there. Today's reading is going to be a Bruce Kiskaddon poem called The Little Blue Roan. It's Cowboy Poetry Thursday. That Little Blue Roan by Bruce Kiskaddon. Most all of your boys have rode horses like that. He wasn't too thin. He never got fat. The old breed that had a mustache on the lip. He was high in the wethers and low at the hip. His ears always up. He had wicked bright eyes. And don't you forget, he was plenty cow-wise. His ears and his fets and his pasterns was black, and a stripe of the same run the length of his back. Cold mornings he'd buck, and he always would kick. No hoss for a kid or a man that was sick. But Lord, what a bundle of muscle and bone, a hoss for a cowboy, that little blue roan. For afternoon work, or for handling a herd, he could turn anything but a lizard or bird. For roping outside, how that cuss could move out, he was to 'em before they knowed what 'twas about. And running downhill didn't faze him at all. He was like a buck goat, and he never did fall. One day in the foothills he gave me a break. He saved me from making an awful mistake. I was riding along at a slow, easy pace, taking stock of the critters that used in that place, when I spied a big heifer without any brand. How the boys ever missed her, I don't understand. For none of the stock in that country was wild. It was like taking candy away from a child. She never knowed just what I had on my mind till I bedded her down at the end of my twine. I had wrapped her toes up in an old higgin string and was building a fire to heat up my ring. I figured, you see, I was there all alone, till I happened to notice that little blue roan. That hoss, he was using his eyes and his ears, and I figured right now there was somebody near. He seemed to be watching a bunch of pinon, and I sure took a hint from that little blue roan. Instead of my brand, well, I run on another. I used the same brand. It was on the calf's mother. I branded her right, pulled her up by the tail with a kick in the rump for to make the brute sail. I had branded her proper and marked both her ears, when out of the pinons 2 cowmen appears. They both turned the critter and got a good look, while I wrote the brand down in my own tally book. There was nothing to do, so they rode up and spoke, and we all three sat down for a sociable smoke. The one owned the critter I'd happened to brand, and he thanked me, of course, and we grinned and shook hands. Which we mightn't have done if he only had known the warning I got from that little blue roan.
Yippee-yi-yi.